Hi everyone, I'm Jess. Welcome to my channel. So this edition I've done a haul in the Parisian brand Sezane. Now the collection I would say has definitely obviously got a very French Parisian feel to it, but it's also slightly bohemian. I also think it's very timeless. So I have done a haul from their spring summer 19 collection. The second it arrived, I ran upstairs, tried it all on, fell in love with everything, which is kind of annoying because I spent a fortune. But I think you are going to fall in love with this brand as much as I have, so I'm really excited to show you. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling, let's get cracking and show you what I bought. So first up is this outfit I'm wearing, and this is the Yvette jumper. I've gone for it in the blush sort of tone, but I went for this one because I thought it was quite light for spring summer. So this is a cotton knit, so it feels really nice and soft against your skin, and you've got this open work pattern detail over it, which I think makes it a bit more interesting and very French. It's got quite a wide boat neck. The idea is you could either wear it sort of slouchy off your shoulder or up like I have. The sleeves are slightly belled, is that a real word? Bell shape here at the hem, which is nice, and I've just worn it up on my elbows and then just bag it back over again, which is how I like to do. The back's got a really lovely scoop to it, and then the length is coming down, what's that, just below my hip bone, so really lovely, comfortable length. I like to tuck these jumpers in or just do a bit of a French tuck, so you just kind of loosely put a tiny bit in, just to give a bit of definition to your shape on the bottom half as well. I love the colour, I think it's a perfect tone of blush, but I really think as a staple spring summer sweater, I'd say this is my perfect one. Now I've styled it with a pair of cropped flares that I actually got from Zara, and I put it with those because I wanted it to go with this colour denim. I think that looks really nice. On my feet I went for the High Estelle sandals. I whipped them out the box straight away and was already parading around the house in them. There was no sending those back. I love them. They're that gorgeous tan colour, which is perfect for spring summer, but my favourite reason for liking them is the shape of the crisscross. Now when your heels do a bit of a shape like that and the rest of your foot coming up to your leg is bare, that type of shape really elongates your leg if you're wearing dresses or skirts, etc. with these shoes. Now they had got a very similar style but with like a little strap around the ankle. I'm not hugely fond of that type of high shoe, simply because, and maybe this is my own little paranoia, I feel that that cuts your leg off at such a point it can make your leg look a bit stumpy. It's my own little thing I've got in my head. So to find a pair of shoes that just really elongate you, they're really comfy, they are high, which is unusual for me to pick a pair of high heels, but if I'm gonna do high heels, I'm gonna do high heels like this. I love them. So next up is this very pretty blouse that I'm wearing. It's called the Wonder blouse and I bought it in the tone coffee. Now I've really dressed it down for an easy day wear look, but I think you could really dress it up, tuck it into those high-waisted trousers, a nice heel as well. I think it would work in both ways. It's a very, very pretty blouse. The quality feels beautiful, lovely soft cotton. So you've got really nice plaited trims that go over the hem here on the sleeves and then also over the shoulder. And then you've got the frill as well over the shoulder. Just adds a bit more detail to it, but in a really simple fashion, which is just how I like it. So the neckline comes down fairly low, but not too revealing or anything. The button's sitting right on my bra strap. The length is sitting a good inch below my hip, but I'd probably never wear it out. Yeah, much prefer it tucked in. It looks very pretty, but it still looks very chic and on trend, which I think is the perfect balance to do that boho look for this spring summer. Okay, to the first of the dresses I bought on Sezane, and it's this beautiful dress which is called the Isabella. Now I'm not normally one for bright colours, this is probably about as bright as I get, but when I spotted this in this terracotta tone, I thought it was a brilliant way of bringing more colour into my wardrobe without it feeling too bright or too glam, etc. So it's kind of a burnt terracotta, that's how I describe it. It's coming across a tiny bit brighter on screen than it actually is in real life. It's a really subtle subtle terracotta tone. I love this fold over detail across the chest that just goes around to the back. I think this dress off the top of my head is £125. Definitely top end of the high street, but I think the whole aesthetic of the brand, the design, the quality is absolutely worth paying a tiny bit more for. So you've got this double fold over detail here across the chest. It's fully lined in viscose, which is a nice touch. The main of the dress is a linen blend, so almost 50-50 linen and cotton. Feels really beautiful to the touch, and then just simple straps over the shoulders. So I've got my straw bag here, which has got a blue stripe running through it, but I just quite like that natural tone against the linen with the tan leather. I love all those textures together. I think they've got the Isabella dress in a couple of different colors. Have a look, see what you think. For me, it was nice to introduce a bit of color into my wardrobe, but I think this dress is beautiful in all the colours that they've got. And I don't think you could go wrong, really, because the shape and the cut and the detailing is so spot on that whatever colour you put it in, it's going to look beautiful. Me personally, I think it's a beautiful dress. Okay, so next up is this gorgeous pair of trousers. Now these are called the Arthur pants. Now they're very high-waisted and very wide leg, but in a beautiful tailored kind of way. So the sort of paper bag waistband up here, really lovely pleats over the tummy, and then the pleats fall beautifully, really tailored pleats down the front of the leg, which creates a really nice streamlined look. Funny about these kind of trousers, because sometimes they can make you look massive and sometimes they make you look really slim, and I think it just depends on the cut, and I'd say Sezane have got it spot on. Now they are too long on me, and I will have to have them taken up, but that's fine. As I've said before, if you find a really nice fitting pair of trousers, the length really doesn't matter. It's an easy fix to have that taken up. I think they're absolutely smart enough to wear for work or to wear in the daytime, but equally you could dress it up more than I have for the evening. I've bought a couple of beautiful blouses, and I think they would look really lovely with it as well. So I've gone for them in the shade called Coffee. Actually, I just realised I've gone for 3 items in that shade because I think it's a beautiful tone of brown, really on trend for this spring summer, but equally a colour that I think is going to last season after season, and that's often how I shop, really. Okay, something really on trend for this season is great, but I tend to only really add to basket if I think I'm going to wear that next year, possibly the year after, possibly I'll get away with it in winter. Try and be a bit more considered with your shopping for things that you know are going to last you season after season, and then you'll never be disappointed with what you buy. I probably wouldn't want to wear these with trainers because I might scuffle the hem, etc. But with a bit of a heel, simple camisole top, pair of sunglasses, I think that's a lovely look for spring summer. Next up on the dress front, I went for the Modally dress in the mocha. Now this is pure linen, and I have to say it is the nicest pure linen dress I think I've ever felt. Linen's not normally this soft, it feels beautiful, like a kind of velvet feel to it. So really, really lovely on the fabric and such a lovely fit. So went for the mocha, but was a bit undecided to be honest, because they've got a cream or a crew tone, and they've also got it in blue, which is equally beautiful. But I'm obsessed with these tones for this spring summer, so I couldn't help myself go for the dress in it too. It's a very classic shaped dress, done in such a way that it feels really on trend for this season. So nice sleeve length there, nips in nicely at the waist with the double waistband, and the back, as you can see, is beautiful. It's got this gorgeous cutout shape and then buttons that go all the way from the waist down to the hem. Such a pretty detail that really makes this dress. So it looks quite simple from the front, and then you look at the back and I just think that's so pretty and so elegant, but really French kind of chic look coming through. So it's definitely a midi dress. It's sitting really nicely sort of mid calf length. These pockets here in the front just add another nice element element to it. I love pockets in dresses. It's just a beautiful, beautiful cut. And that's what I'm seeing a trend with their collection, is that the cut is just so perfect. Everything's fitting really nicely. Everything's falling and draping in the right places. Personally, for me, I don't mind spending more money if I'm going to find something just a little bit different. And that's what this collection is for me. It just all looks just slightly different to anything I've seen. So yes, absolutely loving this dress. Gorgeous design, lovely fit, and a beautiful colour yet again. Okay, so last but not least, I went for the Niala blouse in white. Now, I was sort of torn with blouses, to be honest, because if you look at that section on their website, there's so many beautiful ones. I really didn't know which one to choose. So the one I actually went for is called the Niala. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, so apologies, but I will put a link in the description. In fact, I'll link in the description some of my other favorites because there was so much on there I really, really loved. So anyway, so it's a pure cotton blouse. Lots of frill details coming down in a V on the back and then also on the front. You've got this ladder stitch detail running through it and a lovely bit of lace trim on the cuffs there. Quite a nice deep cuff actually as well, and lovely little pearlized buttons. You've got a really interesting neckline and then a little tie bow here. For me, when I'm styling it with a pair of smart trousers like this, I would tie the bow up and out of the way because it might be a little bit too confusing with all the waistband here, etc. I do think this blouse would look really lovely with blue denim as well. So then, for a more relaxed look, I'd probably just wear it loose. If I'm just wearing a simple pair of jeans, I think that looks really nice. So as you can see with the trousers as well, they look really, really lovely, dressed up a little bit smarter. Depending on your job, obviously, this would make a really smart, elegant outfit for work. The fit, again, is really true to size, so I think across the board with Sezane, I don't think you need to size down or size up in anything. I do think it's good to have a couple of really pretty blouses in your wardrobe because you can just mix and match them with so many different things. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed my first ever haul from Sezane. As you can probably tell, I absolutely love everything, but I'm really, really pleased that I've discovered their collection, that I've seen it in person, that I've felt the quality. I'd say this is my favorite haul I've done so far on YouTube. Absolutely loving their collections, just my style. So hopefully you agree, hopefully you love the pieces as much as I do. As always, love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do let me know your favorite pieces, and don't forget to find us over on Instagram at Fashion and Style Edit. We shall see you next time.